supports the First Amendment. He supports the right of Americans to make their voices heard. He does not support violence of any kind. He does not support assaulting law enforcement officers who are simply trying to do their job. It's very clear for the president what he supports and what he does not. Unfortunately for Democrats, that line has not been made clear, and they've allowed this unrest and this violence to continue, and the president has had to step in.
So if there were peaceful protests on Saturday for the military parade, President Trump would allow that?
Of course the president supports peaceful protests. What a stupid question. Raquel.
Thank you so much, Caroline.
Wait. Did you see her face? She was like,
but the toss of the hair is what had me. I was like, girl, really?
it was a stupid question. No one on the right, not President Trump, has been upset about general protests. We're not upset about protests. We're upset about looting, rioting, and violence. Duh.
What was so funny about that question was, you're really asking a man who spent the last 4 years being viciously attacked using lawfare, if he's going to stand up on the Constitution. Absolutely. You have a divine right to get out and protest. There's a meme, I should have saved it so everybody could see it, where there's a little girl at a protest with her mother, and mother ought to have her butt kicked for that. But a small child, maybe 4 or 5, and she sees the police officer, breaks out in tears. I mean, like, she's boo-hooing, and she's like, oh, you're going to shoot me, the 5-year-old. And the cop gets down on his knees. He's like, no, honey, I'm not going to shoot you. You go right ahead and you can protest and wave your little sign, but just don't hurt anybody else or break anything. Oh. You have the right to do that, honey. And her mother's standing there with like an N95 mask on, looking like, a Democrat poster child. I'm thinking to myself, we're going to lose a generation. And I got to be okay with that. I'm going to have to just write them off in my mind and just let what happens to them happen to them. But there are some people, one, who should not be parents. Let's do that. They don't have the sense God gave a goose. And 2, as a community, we have to intervene. Like that cop took the time to talk to this child. Like Caroline took some time to talk to this reporter. Why would you ask this man who had to wrap himself in the Constitution to protect himself if he's going to stand up on it? Foolish.
Absolutely. It is. And you brought up a very good point, Nicole. TDS is real. It is so real. And it has infected extensively Black women. I don't know how we managed to not catch it. And everyone in the chat, we love you. If the Black women in the chat that don't have, but I mean, I can tell you this from just, we're in leftist Maryland, and, I know family and friends. TDS these women are nuts. They have lost all sense. And as you mentioned, they are now infecting a younger generation, creating fear and abnormal amounts of anxiety about things that they shouldn't even be scared about. Exactly. It's really embarrassing. It has gotten embarrassing. Because it has no basis in fact, and they have just gone with it. They think the police are going to kill them every time they turn a corner. I mean, they act out in every situation. Everything is based on race. You can't tell them otherwise. I mean, if they get any type of pushback about anything, they somehow will make it about race or that they're a woman. That Absolutely. It's really sad. It really is.
I mean, they learned to spin from some spin masters, because you see this all the time. It's like, it's hard enough to be a human being, but when you start breaking yourself into all these little pieces, a Black woman, a married woman, a single woman, a Republican woman, it's just too much. How about we focus on just being good Americans, right? Exactly. Raise our children to love God, love the country, work hard, achieve things in their life. But they don't want that. That's not what they want. They want to strike a blow for some perceived wrong somewhere in their lives. It's hard for me to rationalize that when you see their children looking at them like there's something wrong with her. You know what I mean? Like the kids are waking up before the parents are, and they're like, I hope so. Absolutely wrong. There's something absolutely wrong with these people. And the truth be told, and you're right, KJ, it's us. It's absolutely us. I think they fell in love with the lights and the fame of being, the Democrat Party's favorite person. I want to see what it's going to be like when they realize they're just like everybody else.
Yeah, it's sad because, like you mentioned, they are leading these children down the same road, and I actually see it. They are creating young people that are so off the reservation. I mean, they are so far away from reality, and especially these young girls. They are listening to these neurotic women.
Mm-hmm.
Now the young girls are becoming neurotic. I feel sorry for these young guys. I feel sorry for young men these days because the women have lost all sense of reality. It's really sad. And speaking of that, we move to this next clip here. This is Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent at a hearing today, and a Democrat, Linda Sanchez, launches into a disgusting smear against them. Take a look. This is clip 4.
Them, but please don't interrupt me during my time.
With pleasure.
Okay, I know I'm a woman, but please try to limit yourself to answering my questions. No, I'm sorry, but we get talked over all the time, and I don't want that to happen at this hearing.
I would remind members, the gentlelady is recognized. Please proceed.
Thank you. The time is mine.
Okay, so just to give you guys some backstory, Representative what was
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about a situation. She was spouting off lies in that she was falsely claiming prices were rising, even though key goods, especially groceries have dropped significantly. And she was continuing to spout out all of these lies. And Scott Bessent was fact checking her. Mm-hmm. So he was calmly correcting her with the facts. And that's what triggered her meltdown that we saw.
Well, she was given her version of the Kamala, I'm talking. And it was so poorly received by the people who were there to actually hear what Bessent had to say. Do you know what I mean? It gets to the point where they think every hearing is a TikTok moment. Right? Mm-hmm. They're all shooting their shot for 30 seconds of something that's going to help them secure their seat. Byron Donalds, representative from Florida, had a really viral moment maybe 3 weeks ago when he talked about how afraid Congress people actually are that they're going to lose their seats. They're petrified that they're going to lose their seats. But can I tell you, the seat does not belong to you. Mm-hmm. The seat belongs to the people. I'm not big on term limits because that creates an administrative nightmare. But I do believe that at some point, the electorate should take a look and say, 3 terms is enough. Come on and have a seat and let's let somebody else, run for the seat or some fresh ideas or something new. But that moment should not have been viral. It should be easily understood that the seat does not belong to the politician who sits in it. It belongs to the people. And she did everybody in America a disservice by her little gotcha moment of, I'm a woman talking, right? That's crazy. Absolutely.
Oh, but this is what they do, though. These leftists, when they're cornered, they pivot to victimhood. It's race, gender, sexuality, anything they can find but the facts. And this strategy undermines real conversations and insults actual cases of discrimination. It really does. But we see this time and time again. This is what they do.